Bloomberg News is reporting on some new research from Americans for Tax Fairness, and it basically exposes the extent to which Walmart is dodging taxes. They say, quote, according to the study, 90% of the overseas assets owned by Walmart were through two of the most popular tax havens in the world, Luxembourg and the Netherlands. Although the company has no stores in Luxembourg, it reported $1.3 billion in profits in the country between 2010 and 2013, which were taxed at a rate of less than 1%. Whoa. So they don't even have any stores there. They make over $1 billion there. And then they're like, oh, we paid our taxes. I don't know why you guys are bitching. Okay, so it was less than 1%. Whatever. It is what it is. Could it be any more clear what they're doing here? But that's not even the full extent of the damage. In total, Walmart, quote, hid $76 billion in overseas tax havens using 78 subsidiaries and dodged $3.5 billion in taxes. So they're storing $76 billion in overseas tax havens. $76 billion. That's more money than some small countries have in their budget. $76 billion, dodging $3.5 billion in taxes. Those are incredible numbers. And of course, who can forget that while that's going on, Walmart is also costing taxpayers in America $153 billion a year because they pay their workers such low wages that they don't make a living wage, so those workers are then dumped off to the government for the government to provide food stamps and a social safety net and Medicaid and things like that to make sure that these poor people don't end up dying. Oh. I find it hilarious that there's still some people who exist who say that Walmart hatred is unmerited. That crowd still exists. You can find them over on Fox News. You can find them, online, the conservative outlets. Even somebody who I like. I mean, Penn Jillette is a guy who I agree with maybe on 40% or 50% of different things. He's a libertarian, but he did an episode of his old show, Bullshit, where the topic was Walmart hatred. It was all about how Walmart hatred is bullshit. No, the show Bullshit on Walmart hatred is bullshit, if that makes any sense. No, this is ridiculous, man. And what's the main issue at play here? Corruption, bribery, money in politics. It all comes back to that. When you have Walmart paying lobbyists to go to Washington and basically give the congressmen and give the senators anything they want and give them campaign contributions, they understand that that's not because they're kind people. They're not doing that because they agree with a senator or a congressman from Kentucky on the issue of abortion. They're doing that because they know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's the way this works. That's the way human nature works. So if somebody cuts you a check for $123,000, you're more likely to do something for them. And so they get subsidies out the wazoo. And this $153 billion, to be clear, is not even the direct subsidies to Walmart, the corporate welfare check. They get billions of dollars in a corporate welfare check directly to them every year. The $153 billion is the amount of money that goes towards their workers in a roundabout way through the social safety net, again, in order to make sure that these people aren't homeless and can survive. So if you think there's nothing wrong with Walmart, and if you think that there's nothing wrong with the way this system of open bribery works, you need to reevaluate because you just don't know your facts.